Welcome back to Double Dose. I'm your host, Dipesh.
And I'm your host, Daniel.
And we're here to take you from Earth to the end of an everlasting gobstopper.
Yeah, nice. Beast
Does it end? Does it end? We don't know.
They don't. That's why it's called everlasting.
Is that possible? Is that
goes
going to end
back
world
into
hunger? That was what it was made for, right?
That's like a gum isn't everlasting.
It was designed to end world hunger.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine
You get full. You get full, but you also never run out.
Imagine that was the intention, like good intentions behind it, but everyone just got diabetes because they're just sucking on candy all day.
My friend had one and he licked it. He would just like lick one side, to see how long it would go, and then his tongue was like bleeding. Dude,
I remember that, like sour lollies. I remember a kid in primary school ate like a handful of warheads, and it split his tongue, started bleeding, just because the amount of sourness, like it just cut his tongue open.
Damn. Do you remember when we went to Barrel and I gave you that?
Yes, dude.
The crazy sour dust thing, and that thing was nuts. Like hurting my mouth.
It was like a massive like gobstopper or something, right?
It was a round candy ball and it was a super sour ball.
That is the most sour lolly I have ever had in my life.
I never had something that did that to my mouth. It like I can feel it now.
Yeah,
that's
like
how bad it was.
Your teeth would get grippy.
Yeah, teeth. My teeth felt funny after. I've never had that. Mouth. Yeah, that was horrible.
How you been, dude?
Good. Another week of it. We're at the 22. 22. I got something for you right off the bat.
Let's do it, man.
I hope you haven't heard this. But
Shorty, take me there.
I came across it, and I've heard it before, but yeah, it was you ever heard of? So I just came across crazy things that people eat. You know, My Strange Addiction.
I've watched a couple of snippets of that show. That's nuts.
Yeah. So this one, I don't know if you've seen it, or hopefully not. Woman who was addicting to eating mattresses.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen that?
Like she would just kneel on the edge of the bed and just start gnawing on it.
So she would just go up and rip a chunk of the foam mattress off and just whoop and straight up eat it.
Oh my god! I always wondered in those shows.
The foam.
Yeah, I don't think you can't chew that till it dissolves. It's just chewy and then you just swallow it.
No, it's not doing anything. Yeah,
it's just bouncing in your mouth.
She said it would go out the same way it looked when it came in.
Oh my god, dude!
That's not getting.
Her shits were bouncy.
Her shits were bouncy.
I always wondered watching that show how these people were living.
That's true.
Because it just ingesting stuff that you're not meant to ingest.
Yeah,
like household cleaner and stuff.
Yeah, whatever it was, it's intense. Mm-hmm. Whatever they're doing, you're like, oh god, this is like too full on to keep going like this, right? She had been doing this for 20 years.
Oh my god! Do you reckon that was like a staple of hers?
She said, a snack. So she said per day she was consuming 0.1 square meters of mattress each day, which is a 10 centimeter cube. So it's
each day?
Each day is about that.
Dude, you know what's pretty beneficial for her?
What?
You get cozy on the couch for a movie night, and you're like, oh, got to get up and get snacks? Nah, B. I just pluck at the couch and start eating.
That's what she did.
She just...
That's what she
Maybe
did.
that's what it started. She was too lazy to get up and get snacks, and she's like, kind of looks alright.
Dude, it was such a meme.
Sauce on there.
It was such a meme watching her eat the mattress because she goes... The video starts and she's like scouring for mattresses and she's like, I gotta be quick because my mum's in the shower and I gotta just quickly grab some. She's like running around the room like and just literally going into her mum's room and just ripping out mattresses and just like shoving it in her pockets.
Slowly, like over a couple of years, like her mum's mattress is just deflating on one side. She's like, what the fuck's going on with my mattress?
So she said since she had started the addiction, she had consumed 8 mattresses in her life.
Oh my god.
8.
Dude, that's so crazy. Do you think fast food for her is when you drive and you see those mattresses dumped on the ground outside?
Oh,
that's fast food?
Yeah, she said she'd eat the mattress down to the springs.
Oh my god.
There's nothing left. All the foam, all the insulation. She's like, the top is the best part.
Like icing on the cake.
Yeah.
That's where all the flavor is. People have been sitting there marinating in it, sweating in it.
People be sitting on it.
Farting in it. Oh my god, dude. Do you think she ate it like she was compelled to eat it, or she ate it when she was hungry?
She said it was just an addiction. Like she just eat it whenever she would feel like it. She'd just get a craving for it and just go, I got to eat me some match. She just pull it out of her pocket and just like a whole chunk like that. She and just eat the whole thing.
Imagine do you reckon she went through a few mattresses that she slept on?
Yeah. So she said she had to sneak in her mum's room and start ripping off chunks of her mattress to eat because she had ate her own already and her mum was not going to buy her a new one.
Oh my God. Imagine sleeping on
She's just
one side
ripping
of the
off
bed and then
bits of the couch as well. She just reach in and go like, quish, and tear it off.
blaming it on the dog.
Yeah, she looked
How
pretty
old was
grubby.
she?
30?
Jeez. Oh man.
And I'm not trying to blame her or anything or like say they were like it's like something to do with her, but she was really big.
I mean, look, maybe she was, like I said, she's too lazy to get snacks. She was like,
She was
doesn't look too bad.
huge, but I thought, is this from eating the mattresses that's made her like that? She's eaten so many mattresses, she started to look like one.
Yeah.
But she, I don't mean to poke fun, but she was really big. Like, it was like one of the biggest women I'd ever seen.
Jeez.
And, but then I saw her mum looked exactly like her. And
So
I said,
yeah,
"Oh,
she didn't
okay,
help.
so
She didn't help her.
It's whatever's
Yeah.
going on in your household. You're just eating bad or something. But she was enormous. And I was like, oh, shit. I thought maybe it's clogging her up or something. It's not allowing her to digest food properly.
It's like when Squidward eats all those hamburgers, Krabby Patties, and
Yeah.
he's huge.
Yeah.
What is your theory for how the moment she took her first bite?
She talked about it.
she
She
did?
said she was in a car and I think it was a stressful situation or something, or she was bored. And she just ripped out a bit of her. She was like 8 or something, and she ripped out a bit of her, the foam that was inside of the car, and reached into the seat. I think it was a bit torn up, and she ripped it off and just put it in her mouth. She's like, it tastes like nothing, but she liked the sensation of chewing on it.
Wow.
So then she said she just started doing it more and more. It was just like a satisfying thing for her.
I just realized that I was very close to starting a My Strange Addiction.
You.
At my auntie's house, she got a delivery one time. I was in primary school, and the delivery box was full of those packing peanuts.
Yes.
Yes. The rice
Yeah.
foam. And she's like, you can eat these. It's just rice. And me and my cousin were like, right. And she's like, no, look, I'll show you. And she ate it, and it just dissolves in your mouth. Mm-hmm. So I literally grabbed a bowl and ate them like it was a snack. Don't taste like anything, and I regret doing that. But I was a little kid. But
I've heard the same thing. I heard you can't eat all of them.
they'll expand.
Some are like foam.
Yes, some are.
So
fun.
usually you can tell the ones, some are made of potatoes as well. Mm-mm. The ones that are like more off-white color, it's like a creamy color. Those ones you can eat, but apparently the white ones you can't eat.
I think these were white.
I'm not sure if you can eat
They
those,
dissolved
dude.
in my mouth.
Yeah, they do, but I don't think you're supposed to eat them. I think only
A little bit of me died.
I know because I had a science teacher just grab a handful and munch them down. He'd be like, notice I didn't eat the white ones. I only ate these ones.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I don't
Well, I might have destroyed my body somehow at that stage of my life.
Don't worry. We're already eating credit card a week of microplastics.
There you go, man. There you go.
But this woman said she always had she'd always have a craving for them after sex. Like a cigarette. She's like, gotta give me some mattress.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, wow. Okay. So like her partner just rolls off her, and
Yeah.
then she rolls over and just starts chewing on the mattress.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh wow. Okay.
She said, yeah, she pooped them out and then looked at the exact same. And she said she was tempted once to wash it after she pooped it out and eat it again if she's that desperate. But she's like, I haven't done it yet. But she's
Why
like,
is there always
I think,
pooped involved with these people?
yeah. I heard some other ones, but she was burping a lot during the filming, and she's like burp, burp, and they kept putting it together like burp. She kept doing it. She went to the doctor, and he said that. Sorry, what?
Did her burp sound like this?
And, it sounded weird. And they went to the doctor and he explained it, and he was pretty understanding. He's like, I think that what's happening is that it's getting caught in your intestines. Then gas is building up around it, and it's unable to escape, so it's coming back up.
It'd be full of air. So
No,
when
it's like
when
the
it's like
body's
getting
like-
compressed, it's releasing air inside of you. It's
Yeah,
probably
I don't know.
You're probably getting bloated and shit.
Your acid and gut acid is trying to mix with it. Who knows what chemical your gut
jeez.
acid mixed with that thing is? Man, it's not good for you. It's foam.
Doctor, I feel really sick. Okay, I can see what the problem is here. You're eating things that you're not meant to be eating.
He said she could die at any minute, like, because she'll eat a big enough piece, it'll clog her intestine, no food will get down, it'll be an obstruction. He's like, you could just burst and die.
What if they drop the casket down and it bounces back out?
Yeah, that's it. The douche.
Boing. Wow, dude.
She wants to be cremated and turned into a mattress.
Oh, wow. Stuffed into the mattress.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Weird.
That is strange,
The
dude.
whole, it was a TLC special,
Yeah.
TLC. TLC UK.
I gotta watch some of those, man. I gotta watch some of those.
I watched a couple of others, and one was a woman addicted to bathing in urine.
Bathing in urine.
She had cancer, and she claims the only thing keeping her cancer alive was keeping the cancer at bay was the urine baths. And I'm like, dude, there's no science behind that. Like,
These
urine
people
is
need
something
help, man.
excreted from your body. It's a dirty thing.
You know what's crazy, man? Like, everyone's got something secret that they do at home.
What's yours?
I'm trying to think. Like, are we just talking in general or something that you eat?
No, anything. This woman's bathing, and there's another woman was bathing in bleach. She's like, I want to be clean.
But you know what? To the person, that would be normal because they do it at home, where they know it's weird. Until they have a conversation with someone, they go, "Whoa, you don't do that?"
Mom, you gotta stop doing it. She was like, "Oh, dude, I can't even describe it." She was getting urine, putting it into like a cup.
Mom, that's my bed.
And putting the cup on her eyeball and swishing the urine around on her eyes.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my
It
god.
was like an eye cup. It was an eye washer cup. So you're supposed to fill it with something and just put it on your eyeballs. She was doing the. I'm getting sick. Just
Was she
talking
hydrated
about-
at least? Was clear pee at least? Not yellow?
They show it, Barbie.
Oh, dude.
Like putting it in a. I can't talk about it. This is the level of stuff. But then it's like these people are unwell. They need help.
Well, like you were saying, asking me what my strange addiction is, I don't think until you have a conversation with someone, you wouldn't realize you're doing something that a lot of people don't do. Right? Because it'd be normal to you.
Nah, they know that that's up. They know that's what's up.
But they convince themselves it's okay.
This woman knew it was weird.
I remember watching one, it might have been a hoarder's one, but she was, oh my god, dude, after digging, they found out she was eating her own shit. And she was keeping bottles of her shit. And I think it was a meme for a while, and they were going to throw it all out. She's like, no, and they're like, what do you want to keep this for? Everything's covered in feces. And she's like, you don't. She like legit like trying to convince them that it was okay. She's like, you don't tell a drug addict to just quit cold turkey. You need to give him one last high. Just let me try one last thing. I'm like, oh my god, dude, get this woman some help. What the hell?
Oh, these poor people, man. They need help.
Yes,
A lot of it's America, unfortunately.
they needed an everlasting gobstopper.
They do. But that way it'll just replenish.
Then she'll lose some weight and she has something to snack on all the time. And they can make
It's
the
just
everlasting
amazing what
gobstopper taste like mattress.
Yeah, or feces.
Or feces. There you go. It's pretty good.
But
It's going to be all right.
it's amazing
alright.
what the human body can actually do and not get.
Yeah, I know.
It take a long time to
Like
get
a goldfish.
sick. Yeah, it takes a long time to get sick.
I feel like my body would get sick instantly. My body would just be like,
I
dude, what are you
feel
doing?
like-
You're going to die
I
now.
think what ends up would happen for me is I couldn't deal. Like it's my mental tolerance that wouldn't be able to cope.
What if we're missing out on something? What if we're missing out on something?
We ain't missing out on
What
anything.
if these things? One of these things just like
There's a reason most people would find it gross. It's like when it just goes crosses the line of, okay, this person's not well.
I'm trying to think of if I do anything strange. I'm really trying to think if I do have a strange addiction. I'm sure I do. Everyone would.
Everyone's got something.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to like be super aware of everything I do at home.
Yeah, but anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting, and
Very interesting, very gross, and I hope she sorts that out. Yeah.
this was ages ago. I tried to find an update. I couldn't see anything.
Man, I want to tell you what I did last night. It was pretty cool. I went to my friend's house. She had built a home theater, completely decked out. I'm talking blacked out curtains, full installed surround sound with the massive bass, theater seating. So it had like a step up, the big leather
Whoa.
recliners
Yeah.
and everything, dude.
That's my next house goal.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, boy. We're gonna do.
That's crazy that we both want to do that.
Yeah.
I definitely want to have like a sick home theater. Man,
So
it
they
was
had a mad projector, big screen.
4K projector, huge screen, And we were talking for ages. What's the first movie we're watching here? It's going to be a big moment. We decided on The Shining. Man, look, I love that movie. It was a whole new experience watching it on like which you could like say is a cinema, because the screen's big enough, it's dark enough. Oh, and she had a full like snack station with the buckets of popcorn, chips, lollies, drinks. It was amazing. It was like going to the cinema.
Blew your mind.
It was an experience. And watching The Shining,
I'm so jealous.
4K on this thing, I was like, wow, this is spectacular. I feel like I've seen it in cinema now. It's amazing. There's so many movies now I want to rewatch that I never in there. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
Big comfortable lounges and everything.
Dude, massive recline. Dude, it's so tech. Like,
were they button recline?
The cup holder has touch sensitive buttons for like cup light, under the couch light, reclining the feet, reclining the head thing to pop forward and backwards. You press a button and the cup holder like goes and elevates a little bit so that it holds your cup so it can't get tipped over. It's super tech.
Damn. Are your friends loaded?
Oh, you know her, so maybe we can do a movie night.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I want to check this out so bad because, I think about that all the time. I subscribe to the home theater subreddit and I go,
hell yeah, dude, me too.
Damn, these dudes are looking off its head.
Yeah.
You know, they got that. Sometimes they got the nice cinema door on it. They black out all the paint.
I've already started sketching up what I want. I've already got a list of things I want, and I've been brainstorming it. I have a big model in my head of all the little details. The one thing I will say is, and I think a lot of people disagree with me on this, home theater sound systems.
Yeah.
I can't imagine needing I want crisp, good audio.
Yeah.
But I would never give a shit about how loud something can get. Obviously, there's a point where it's like too loud.
Yeah.
You want it to be blockbuster, right?
Yeah.
But there's a point like these. I feel like these home theater systems are super expensive and way over the top for things. It's like buying a sports car if you live in like the suburbs. It's like you're buying something that you're not really going to use.
Oh, you mean like the size of the speaker? Because you have to think the speaker's just got to move the air.
Yeah.
Right? So all the speaker's doing is pushing air in a certain way to make it sound great.
Yeah.
But it has to get to the low end sounds, the real deep bass, and you need a massive fucking speaker. Mm-hmm. It's the only way it can produce such a low sound.
Right.
That's why, laptop speakers, they don't sound good.
So you're saying a byproduct of having to have clearer sound is just
the size and
the sound volume being able to go higher.
No, not higher. Just the size of the speaker has to be loud.
I don't care how big it is, but I feel like
were they cranking it crazy loud? Where it was like a bit too much?
I mean, like we had it at a level where it's like a cinema.
Okay.
I can imagine neighbors would be hearing it though.
Oh,
you'd have to soundproof.
I would do the soundproofing.
Yeah, you'd have to do a lot of soundproofing.
So there's a rule where it goes, well, the speakers can only get so good and so loud before you actually treat the room.
Yeah.
Sound treat the room to be properly acoustically correct.
And I feel like that's
why you
overkill.
go into a recording. No, you can treat a room for less than you buy a speaker set. For instance, you need to put bass traps in the corner, like those big cubes, and they go in the corner because otherwise the bass goes straight to the corner and reflects really weird.
Like I know, yeah, like the distance of like some people go so crazy, man. Like the distance they are from the speaker and then the angle that they're at, and I'm like, I don't think I would ever go that far because I don't think my ears could tell a huge difference.
But when you go to the cinema, half that experience is because they've done that and they've treated the room, and it's great.
Yeah, but I feel like
treating the room is actually more important than this. Probably having a good speaker system.
Yeah, okay. Right.
I am happy with my soundbar because it's got the... but I had to calculate the room and say this is the room, this is the position it's in because it throws the sound off the walls. It's not perfect, but I reckon if I had a soundbar
it's good enough though, right?
And two speakers behind me, it'd be good.
So just like a good surround sound system and I'd be happy. But this setup was amazing.
Yeah,
this was like just for me personally, like when I was thinking about it, I'm like... you need audio and visuals to be on point, but I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, surely there's a point where it's just like, am I just spending more money? Like
diminishing returns.
Yeah, like what am I really paying for?
Yeah, it's like you spend $5,000 speakers. Is getting a $10,000 speaker going to double the performance?
Exactly, yeah.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
And those guys that spend $100,000 on a speaker system because they're chasing dragons, trying to get that ultimate record quality,
Yeah.
you're not going to get it. It's spend a good amount. You'll have to spend a couple thousand. You probably want something 7.1. I know some people go, you got to get the 7.2. You need 2 subs. It's like, nah, man.
No way, dude.
Not in such a small room.
I've always had this thing, like people that are like a sommelier or an audiophile or cinephile, dude, you can be heavily interested in the topic, but you're not. If you were to get 2 of those people in a room, they'll just have disagreements. So already one of you are incorrect. So why would you try and base your personality on like being a specialist in something?
Well, that's it. And
it just doesn't make sense to me.
It's diminishing returns, man.
Yeah.
So you're chasing dragons, really.
Yeah.
Of having to find this ultimate performance quality.
Yeah.
And you won't. Treat the room, get a good system, you'll probably be fine. You never look back.
I'm sure.
But you need to spend a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You'll need to spend some
Yeah.
quality gear. Don't get like a Samsung. Get like a Yamaha or like a Bose system. I prefer Yamaha because I'm Yamaha boy.
Yeah.
But it's you got to just find something that's rated for what you're doing, versus like you go get a cheap Samsung bar and go, why is it shit?
Gaming Bluetooth
Yeah,
speakers.
why is it so like poor quality?
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, it's a sound bar. It's only going to do so much.
I just want like the accuracy to be there, not so much like it doesn't need the volume doesn't need to be able to just go like stupid,
Yeah, I agree. You don't want it to distort too much, but there's a point where it hurts your ears. And I have a
you're
sound
only gonna
bar
listen to
with
it
a
so
sub,
loud.
and I think it sounds great.
Yeah. You're only going to listen to it
Beams
so
are right
loud.
into my head, and I'm like, it's way
That's
better
what you
than
need.
the
That's what you
tick-
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how big was the screen? Like 120 inch or something?
I'll have to ask her. It was a nice big screen.
If it was on the wall, would it fill up the whole wall?
I think it'd be wider than this wall.
Damn. So like my living room.
Not as wide as...
No, but like living room, but then like even substantial in that room.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Whoa.
This was big. Like, and because
How
it was
big
so
was the
dark...
room?
Not a huge room. I mean...
Bigger than this.
It was a bed. It was previously a bedroom.
So what? Double this size?
Yeah.
Okay, double this size. That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a decent size. Like, they fit 5 big leather recliners in there on like a theater setup stage, and you didn't feel like you were too close to the screen.
And there's space on the sides to walk.
Yeah, or like the 3 sofas were against the wall, and then you could walk around both of the middle 2 that were in front of you.
Okay.
I mean, but it wasn't cramped at all. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with space and dreams, man. Goals.
Did they have any like LED lighting around the place or?
They had some nice little downlights on movie posters.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and there were
I've seen guys build LED screens in so the poster like rotates once in a while. They've got a couple of monitors.
Yeah, I like that.
Or like old TV screens and they just have them set up and then it just...
I was thinking like it'd be a cool idea to have like a movie of the month that you really enjoyed and you put the poster up.
Yeah.
You change the poster every month.
Yeah. That's cool.
That'd be cool.
I seen a guy, I watched a couple home automation things and some guy had like, he presses a button and it's like, okay, like he had some auto closing curtains that came over the front of the door as well and some lights that went on around the thing and then it turns on the screen, it turns on the sound system and then reclines all the chairs and did all that. Then he presses another button and it just sets it for movie mode, so it turns off all the lights and does everything.
That's awesome, dude. I always wanted a basement as well.
Yeah, I kind of want that too. It's like you can make a sick cave down there.
Hell yeah, dude. I think you and me want the exact same house.
Yeah, pretty much. But they don't make that shit here anymore.
They
It's
don't,
not standard.
man.
It costs a lot.
In Canada, it's like a standard thing to have a
It's
basement.
hurricanes.
It's amazing. It's like, but like when I visited my family over there, I mean, I was young, but it's such a vibe in the basement. It's so sick. It is literally like just like a little hangout place. It's just different to the house.
Yeah, it does feel, you'd feel like that for sure. And it's a big space usually.
Very big, yep. It's really, really cool. It's a whole nother, it's like a granny flat.
Yeah, it's just not standard here. So it'll cost you a fortune to build it and excavate it and prop it up. And half the builders won't know what to do.
Yeah, I know. It'd be so expensive to do it here.
Yeah.
Man, something trending that's happening right now, which is pretty cool. I think you'd be interested in this. The Patagonia founder.
Yeah.
Did you hear this?
Yeah.
$4.4 billion company selling it. He's giving it away so all profits will fight climate change.
I
Amazing.
saw that and I thought, damn, this is so cool. And I wish more people practice what they preach.
Hell yeah, dude.
Patagonia is like one of the most resource friendly, recyclable, carbon neutral, carbon sensitive companies out there. And I thought, why aren't people doing more like
It's
this? We
so
need more
nice-
people like this man.
That, and it's so nice to see a company not faking, just putting on a front to show they support causes. I'm so tired of companies like just doing it, going along with it. You know, like putting up a freaking banner or something,
Yeah.
or getting everyone to donate something because like they think that they have to. It's like, no, do you actually genuinely care about anything?
It's like the what do you call it? The Cancer Foundation, the little pink ribbons. That place is a total scam.
Is it?
Yep.
That's
I
a
think
shame.
only 2% of their profits actually go to cancer research.
That's a shame.
Apparently, like over 50% go to advertising for themselves.
Wasn't there a thing about like Salvation Army or something doing something like that?
I'm not sure it's one of them, Red Cross or Salvation. I think
they
Red
got
Cross
done.
is good. Yeah, Salvation
Wow,
is
dude.
pretty shit.
Crazy. But for anyone that doesn't know the details, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Yvonne Chouinard donated 2% of all stock and all decision-making authority to a trust, which will oversee the company's mission and values. The other 98% of the company's stock will go to a non-profit called Holdfast Collective, which will use every dollar received to fight the environment crisis, protect nature and biodiversity, and support communities as quickly as possible. Amazing.
Amazing. I wish more companies did this.
Me too. Me too.
Good man, I
Yeah,
think.
man. And those billionaires out there.
Why do you need your more billions? It's
What are you
like,
doing?
what are you chasing?
Does
You're chasing
the government?
ridiculous-
Are you in cahoots with the government? You know, that's like, you know, is it like the government stopping you because it affects global things? It affects the power struggle that's happening in the world. If you start helping out other countries and stuff like that,
I think it's that these guys are just so billion. I need my more billions.
I have a feeling it goes higher than that. I feel like the people that are in control are like, you're not allowed to help because it fucks up what the system that's happening right now. You know,
Could be.
people are making money. Like you got your big gas giants, your big oil giants. Like
Yeah,
stuff
they're
like
like, well, doing something good will affect my profits.
I
And
feel like
doing
that's
something
the
good
reason.
Will be like, I lose my control over this.
I feel like there's too much money coming in through certain ways the world works that a billionaire coming across and being like, no more poverty, would just mess up such a big ecosystem that these fat cats have. Mm-hmm. Probably a big reason.
And they're chasing these. I gotta get my more billions.
Year
It's
on
like,
year, we need growth.
I know. Imagine Jeff Bezos going, well, I'm going to take a small... I guess my company's profits could subside just a little and I'll pay everyone mad wages. But no, he's like, I want to pay you the bare minimum, give you the shittest possible working environments. And if you don't like it, I don't care.
Do you reckon I mean, that's an evil person, but do you think that there's things in place stopping him from doing that?
No.
Is there any companies that are out there that are a big company that are paying their workers high above max?
I think he's chasing that power
Yeah,
of
right.
just going himself,
Yeah,
knowing
be big.
I am the richest. No one is richer than I am. I am the most wealthy man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously he's not now, but that satisfaction of like, I am that fucking powerful must be like euphoric for him. Just
Yeah.
fucking jerking it into the mirror like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, fucking look at me, man. I'm fucking so rich.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine is like going through his head on a subconscious level.
What do you think he does in his downtime?
Jerks it in front of the
Yeah,
mirror
yeah,
going, yeah, look how rich I am.
Yeah.
Nah, I honestly think it's that euphoric chase of I'm doing that. I think I think his wife divorced him because he's a fucking nut job.
It must be. Well, she's the richest woman on earth right now, right?
Yeah, and she's donating it all.
Is she?
Or she's also one that's done. You know that $50 million or $30 million house that she got in the lawsuit? She's like, I'm donating it. We're going to sell it and all the profits go to building sustainable housing for the poor.
She got a massive cut of his wealth.
Yeah.
Surely that would have a massive impact in the world if she's doing that.
Yeah. She's apparently one of the people who has donated the most to charity in the world right now.
So what's happening? Like, why aren't we seeing this? I haven't even heard of this.
Yeah, because of look it up. Google it. You'll see what she's doing. It's just this is not what gets the clicks.
That's a shame. That should
What
be.
gets it clicks is how to scare people.
Yeah. Wow. That's a shame. I have never even heard of that. That's cool if she's doing that.
What's her name?
Moneybags. Moneybags. Penelope Moneybags.
Come on, don't be mean.
Isn't she the richest woman on earth now? Because of the
Former
divorce?
wife has given 2 Beverly Hills mansions worth about $55 million and housing charity. The California Community Foundation said the donation by the 52-year-old billionaire and philanthropist would allow it to create more affordable housing in Los Angeles. How much has she donated?
I feel like just a rich person's going to buy it.
Dude, so Jeff
In
Bezos
Los
has
Angeles.
donated. His net worth right now is $184 billion, and he's only donated $2 billion. So it's not even like 1%. Oh, it's almost 1% of his cash. And she, I think, has donated more than he, like 20 million, like 50 times more than he's ever donated, and her net worth is like nothing in comparison.
Just donate the interest from the bank. What bank do you think these people are with?
Bro, there's some ultra elite bank for sure.
That no one can put their money in unless you're in a certain threshold, right?
She's donated 3 times the amount that he has, and she's only worth $275 million. So
thought she
he
was
is
a lot
over
more.
1,000 times richer,
Yeah.
right? He is 1,000 times richer, and she is donated more than 3 times more than him. $6 billion to charity. That's huge. People don't understand how big a bill. Have you seen that website that goes, this is how rich Jeff Bezos is, and you're scrolling?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, this is the money you will earn in a lifetime. And you're fucking scrolling like that. And 1 pixel is your money in your whole life, and this is his. And you're just going for minutes. You're scrolling for minutes. You've never seen this?
I have seen that. I'm trying to think of this another analogy to show million compared to billions in seconds.
Oh, yeah. It's like 1 billion is like 6 million, 1 million seconds is like 3 years, and then it's like a billion seconds
Yeah.
is 90,000
So
years or
a
something.
million seconds is 12 days. A billion seconds is 31 years.
Yeah.
The difference is astronomical. And then like when you like even like stacks of money, I remember seeing the comparison, like $1 million is like a few pallets and a billion is like pallets stacked on top of pallets.
Into like a skyscraper.
Yeah, it's stupid. So yeah, people don't
And that's
realize
1
how
billion.
Yeah.
And that's 1
Yeah, I
billion. Imagine having 100 or 200 billion.
it is power in the end because like you can physically cannot spend that much money. Mm-hmm. $1 billion, you could go as hard as you want. You will not be able to spend in your lifetime. It's physically impossible.
Pretty much. And these guys are like, hundreds of billions are not enough. I need more hundreds of billions. Thank you. I need more profits. I need to cut more.
Do you think that money will stay in his lineage?
I don't think he gives a fuck.
He's going to die eventually, right?
Yeah, you can't take it with you.
What
I don't know
happens to
what
that
the
money?
hell-
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's. I don't think he cares about the money. He's got all the money in the world. I think he cares about the status and the power.
Does he have kids?
Think so.
Hopefully they are thinking of the future. So when they inherit that money, they go, okay.
3 sons and 1 daughter.
I'm going to do what my
One
father
daughter
did.
adopted from China.
Okay.
Yep. He would be a fucking nut job. You can just tell behind doors. He's starting to look like Lex Luthor, man. He's one step away.
He's getting a
from
little bit of
that
evil
power
eye.
armor on that bitch.
What's up with these billionaires? When you look at them when they're younger, they look so freaking like ready to live on the street, and then they look so fit and healthy and stuff, just like stem cells and shit.
They're doing what Joe Rogan does. They're getting that stem cells injected in their nutsack and fucking...
all these like high performance vitamins and stuff that no one can buy.
Yep. Oh, man. There's...
They look so healthy.
Like a story, I have an actual story about someone doing those kind of high advanced, ultra elite medicine places and it working. And they're talking about you can't even get in unless it's you know someone.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Dana White, you know Dana White, UFC? He had Meniere's disease. And it's a disease that affects your inner hearing, your inner ear.
Right.
So he said every day he'd have like 5 dizzy spells of complete vertigo, and his like eyes are going around, and he can't even get a sense of the room, and he'd have to just lie down for an hour after a meeting and go, guys, like, I just got to lie down, like, to let it pass. And that he'd have these attacks every day. It was ruining his life. Wow. You've never heard of this disease?
I haven't heard of the disease, and I never heard of Dana White having that.
So yeah, he had that, and he talked about how it was literally ruining his life. He got diagnosed later in life. It's an autoimmune condition, I believe, is what causes it. It's like the cells in your body attack something. I don't know what. Right. I think they attack your inner ear. Apparently, a low sodium diet helps it a lot.
Interesting.
So it's a lifelong thing. There's no cure. He talks about this. He's cured now. He talks about this, that he had a former NBA player who was his mate call him up one day and go, dude, you got to try this. I went to this place in Germany. I think it was Germany, or Austria or something like that. And he goes there and says he went that the basketballer went there because of his knee. He had bunged his knee. Of course. And the doctor said, you ain't playing again ever. Your career's done. Your career's done. And this guy's on a contract. He's like, no fucking way, I'm done.
Yeah.
He heard about it from a friend, his own friend, and he said, all right, I think I can get you in. He gives the place a call, and he's been referred in. He's like, yeah, you got your details. Come in. We're going to take your blood. We're going to mix it with some stem cell technology, blah, blah, blah. We're going to inject it back into you. That's it. He goes, okay. Cool. Injects him in the leg or wherever it was. I think it's a transfusion. They put the blood back into your blood. He said he was on the court the next day. No pain at all.
I've heard of these stories, man.
And then Dana
people like passing their personal best and like after an injury, they're just straight into the gym, just doing crazy shit because of stem cells.
Yep. And so he goes, he was skeptical, but he called Dana White. He says, I think these guys can help you. They saying they can do something for you. He goes, all right. Dana White was like, cool. Go straight on a plane, book it up, go there.
He's got the money.
This guy's like stupidly rich.
Yeah.
UFC's crazy. So they go there, and the guys said they took some blood. They say, give us a couple days to come back. They said, when we inject you, it's either going to do nothing or it's going to work.
Wow.
So he's like, there's no safety. There's no like, it's going to kill you. It's nothing like that. I don't think there's any risk. He goes, cool. He goes, the worst thing that happened is like you spend all this money, you do this, and nothing comes of it. That's a shame, of course, because this was going to change his life. He gets an injection. He said within the first injection, couple days later, no more dizzy spells. Incredible. He said you need to come back for one more injection, and that's going to be it. You're cured forever. Got the injection done. He says it's been 2, 3, 4 years now. Not one single attack. He's completely cured of this illness.
Incredible. Well, obviously, you can tell why it's illegal in so many Western countries.
You can't. It's not even approved in America. And they say it's all like off the books. Like no one approves this kind of medicine.
Of course.
I heard another story. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Yep.
Went to his dad was in his 90s, like 97 years old, right? His dad had like a collapsed valve in his heart. They went to the doctor said, man, just start making the plans now. He's gone.
Oh, geez, okay.
He's like not going to make it.
Yeah.
He's on no medications. He's on nothing. He's cooked. I go, okay. So he got into touch with another guy. They said you need to go to there's a place in America that's slightly off of America where they're allowed to do this like off the record kind of medical experiments. I forget the place.
Oh, okay.
It's not a part of the Australia American country, but doctors can go perform procedures they're not allowed to in America.
Washington. Oh, is it in America?
No, but the doctors fly out to this place to go perform the surgery. Cost them mozza.
Okay.
And they stem cell inject you, do the thing, blah blah blah. The procedure. They talked about it. They said they were on the phone for ages. The day after the procedure, the guy said he felt like 30 years younger.
Oh my God, amazing.
And his heart valve within like a month regrew. Jeez. The collapsed valve, which was causing irregular heartbeat, grew back. It's like his heart's perfect now.
Haven't they just recently developed technologies to stop aging? Like
I've heard this.
Yeah, it's already just been announced. Do you reckon people will live forever?
I think they will, man.
The only thing that's the worry after that is just the brain, keeping that strong.
Well, they said they're going to stop your cells from even aging.
Right. Because what?
So on a cellular level, you will not age. You'll be like those jellyfish that just live forever.
Yeah, that's incredible, dude.
That's scary.
Do you reckon there'll be in our lifetime?
Overpopulation will be a massive problem.
There'll be laws probably put in place, but
I don't think they'll
that
be
would
able
be
to
so
do
expensive to get.
They've been able to genetically mutate genes for a long time, and they haven't done it because they're worried about the implications. You know, like, well, if we start mutating genes, what happens? Will we create some sort of super virus that starts attacking or mutating or going down the lineage of people who have had this thing? Who knows?
Yeah, and in our lifetime, the
That's
testing,
how the zombies start.
the testing would have to happen in our lifetime.
Man, I think though, black books, celebrities, like as we mentioned, like getting on this topic, Jeff Bezos, the shit, they are all over that crazy shit.
100%, dude, 100%. They already know what's going on. They're probably in it. Man,
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Why is his name? He's changed his last name. His real name's not last name is not Bezos at all.
What is it?
Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen.
Interesting. I have to look into that. Why would you change your name?
A lot of actors do.
He's not an actor.
No, but I know a lot of actors do. Like Michael Caine. It's not really.
A lot of them, I think, well, at that time it was just like to have a catchy name. But there's a lot of ethnic people. They change their name because it's too hard to pronounce for Hollywood.
I think that's why Jorgensen maybe is too
Interesting.
I want to sound more American.
Jeez. Okay. Man, I want to tell you about something. I hope you haven't heard about this. I'm excited to tell you. I want to talk to you about the computational, humongous, unconventional number and graphics unit by Sam Urey 2.
I've never heard of this. Sounds so
AKA
interesting.
Chungus 2.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so someone, a Minecraft player, has successfully built an 8-bit processor inside the video game
Wow.
in an impressive meta demo. The master crafter, who goes by the handle Sam Urey, built the processor over a span of 7 long months. Thanks to its Hertz clock speed and 256 bytes of RAM, the processor is capable of running simple games like Snake or Tetris on a 32 by 32 screen. To manipulate the buttons, the Minecraft avatar has to jump on block size buttons, and I'll show you a little video of this thing. So this guy's built this dude, and I don't know if it's just Snake or something, but I swear someone said that he's made Minecraft within Minecraft, but it's 2D, but it looks 3D, you know, just on pixels.
The fact that you can, when they brought out the redstone to be able to like activate electricity in this game, was game changing. Oh my God.
So he's gone deep, dude. And this is a fully built computer in the game.
Dude, he's building a silicon chip and entire graphics processing units from scratch in giant block size of Minecraft. That is incredible.
I thought you'd appreciate this.
Wow.
And he's got a little showcase here. So for those watching, we'll bring up little snippets and screenshots of it. But it's pretty incredible. Like he's, I mean, I never played Minecraft, but like this is impressive. And you probably understand all the stats. I have no idea about this stuff. Let's try and speed up system.
What's the clock speed? Oh my God.
He's literally playing Tetris and Snake. So this is incredible.
Oh yes, the jump. Man, it'd be hard to maneuver, but holy crap.
I mean, this is just the beginning, though. But isn't that crazy?
Hell?
Isn't that crazy? What does that mean, dude?
It took him 7 months.
What
That
if in
seems
like
so
20
quick.
years people are building a computer that plays games like in a game? Like, is that like simulation?
Holy shit.
So this is what worried me.
Graphing.
This is what worried me. This Collaway's Game of Life. Have you ever played that?
No, what is that?
Okay, let me entertain the listeners for a second. You're doing a fantastic job.
Maybe I was thinking if I had any quantum thoughts. These
Get some quantum shower thoughts.
Yeah.
Let me explain what this game is. So I've played it myself.
Yeah.
Conway's Game of Life, also known simply as Life, is a cellular automation devised by the British mathematician John Horton Conway in 1970. It is a zero-player game, meaning that its evolution is determined by its initial state, requiring no further input. One interacts with the game of life by creating an initial configuration and observing how it evolves. So this game that he's created, which you can play online, it's for free. Let me see if I can find a version of it. Basically, you set up a few cells, and they all have the basic building blocks of life. And depending on how you set them up on the screen, has an effect on essentially how it will develop. And people have gotten to the point where they're making actual cells duplicate and create more cells. They've set it up in a certain way. So, I mean, I haven't played this in a long time, but let's see if I can get something going here.
I got no idea.
So I've just pressed play, and these are like a base setup. And basically, you can just see the cells moving, and sometimes they'll just get trapped in an endless cycle. But if you set up in the right way, it literally just keeps developing into like its own mind of its own. So these are like the building blocks of life.
Yeah, okay.
And you can have a lot of fun with this, dude. You can just set them up, and you can see if something didn't work out and everything just dies off on screen, or some are just forever spinning in the same spot. But if you set it up perfectly and put the blocks in the right spot and send them in the right direction, they will just keep going endlessly and expanding infinitely.
Okay.
It's incredible.
So he put this into the Minecraft game.
He's gotten to a point where he's got those building blocks set so you can play that game in Minecraft. So essentially, he's created life in Minecraft. God. So what? Like, that's just the beginning. What does that mean? Where does that go after that? This is just the beginning. Does that mean he could essentially create artificial life within a game?
There's no limit, really. Well, the limit is how big the size is of the blocks, right?
Yeah.
So there's the theory of why people say, you know, the simulation theory. It all comes back to simulation theory of we're inventing chips that get smaller and smaller and smaller and more powerful and more powerful and more powerful, right? Just like when you build the Sims game, right? Imagine you could build a game that was like real life, right? Exactly replicating real life. How would the people inside know? Like, just like that Rick and Morty thing. How would the people inside know you're even in a simulation? How would you know? You don't know.
Exactly.
That's why it could be we're in a simulation right now.
And Conway's Game of Life, which was developed in 1970, that already is like the basic life.
The basic thing.
So if
but
it's
they say
already
the
done,
smaller you go, they said that the chance of finding life out there is probably not very large, because the chance of you finding life in something so small like a computer, or like the smaller we go, the more deep we're going into the simulation theory. It's like crazy.
Blows my mind, man.
We could already be there, and we're probably more likely to evolve smaller than we are to expand outwards. So it really depends on how small you can get the chip sizes and how small you can get. And then we go into quantum computing. Oh yeah, things already branched off and doing something else.
Yeah, so you can add Well, and if anyone's listening or watching, highly recommend just giving it a go. Just go on conwaylife.com. Give it a go. Spend a few hours on there just watching these things go. Or you can watch some YouTube videos of some people that have set up some pretty impressive...
AI is going to straight up just take over like so many jobs soon.
Yeah, dude. It's very freaky.
It's doing so much. And now people can just build their own AI doing whatever they want. You know, I can build an AI to make a game. I can build an AI to replicate sounds. I can build an AI that makes music. I can build an AI that does, makes a video. They had that AI song enter the Eurovision.
It's really freaky.
That guy's just going off.
That's going to be there infinitely. Yeah, man. I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do.
And I like that he called it Chungus 2.
Chungus 2. He tried so hard to get it.
Yeah, I know, right? Computational, humongous, unconventional number and graphics unit by Sam Uri 2.
Awesome. The fact that has the power to build a CPU inside of Minecraft is crazy.
Yeah, dude. So
look at the size of the complexity of it. Imagine one thing is wrong, you're like, I don't know where it is. How would you know?
Well, he's put 7 months into this. We'll put a link in the bio for those listening so you can check it out yourself. We'll put a little website. It has a little breakdown of like all the parts of the computer, how it works, and
I can understand
YouTube
why
video as well.
Minecraft is like the most purchased game ever. I wonder if what's the guy who's created Minecraft? What's his name?
I'm not too sure. Very good for creative people, I guess. If they're in that like little building world, you can just create whatever you want. Little like Rube Goldberg machines or something like that.
He goes by something. Notch. Yeah, Notch. is his name. He created it. You know, I couldn't imagine he would have thought it'd be as big as it is now as when he created it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Very
insane.
impressive.
It's overwhelming for me. I can't get in. I don't know how to get involved.
I've never played it myself, but I've been
It's
curious.
quite fun, but my cousins and stuff, they're full into it. And I thought,
I can imagine if we were in like
I don't
the
know what
same-
I'm building. I don't know what's going on.
I can imagine if like we were in the same world, it would be fun. Create your own world with a mate.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like I'd get bored.
You can make your own servers and do cool stuff, but yeah, I'm not a real. The guy was so rich, he outbid Jay-Z and Beyonce for their home years ago.
At the time.
Yeah, he outbid them.
How much is he worth now? He'd be worth a lot, right?
Is Gabe Newell, who invented Steam, only worth $4.1 billion? Wow. So then Bill
only
Gates
4.
is like stupidly richer than that. What the fuck?
Stupid money.
That's alarming.
Have you heard of SpaceX's
Fuck.
light speed engine?
No?
All right, so we had to have a little quick search for this information. So me and Daniel just quickly watched a short video just so we make sure I get our facts straight.
So that's some Gundam shit.
It's pretty
like
incredible.
Gundam, goddamn, using the light warp drive to
Yeah.
get across this thing.
So what were the stats for?
My takeaway from it, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
My takeaway from it though was it's all theorized right now. It doesn't actually exist.
Yes.
It's all in mathematics stage. They haven't built it at all.
They haven't built it at all, but if it's for those, so sorry, let's backtrack a little bit. So basically, SpaceX is collaborating with NASA, from what we believe. This theoretical engine can get you to the moon. Was it in 11 seconds?
1.3 seconds.
1.3 seconds to Mars in 13 minutes or something like that, and Neptune in 4 hours. And
Yep.
it's essentially using a particle accelerator like they do at CERN to get you to like 99.99%
It
of light
essentially
speed.
sounds like it's doing a particle accelerator and increasing the mass of particles and then expelling them out the back.
Once they collide,
Yeah.
the offshoot is the propulsion.
Is energy.
And there's no
friction.
There's no fuel being used.
You cannot use this though to exit the atmosphere. There will be nowhere near enough power being generated to actually exit the atmosphere.
Yeah, so you'd use fuel just to get out, and once you're in space,
How the fuck do you slow down? That's my problem.
how do you slow down? And also, how do you operate? How do you calculate collisions at that speed?
Yeah.
If there's a little space rock coming by, see you later. You don't
are
know.
gone.
Like we can calculate just near our Earth, but
they
once
say
you're
the
out there,
chance of hitting something is insanely small.
but at the speed of light,
Yeah. They even
think
said,
about how much distance you're
I think
traveling.
they said for you to hit anything and you were traveling back and forward across the entire universe, you'd have to go like 1 billion times backwards and forwards across the entire space of the known universe, backwards and forwards before you hit one thing.
Is that at the speed of light or just traveling?
Doesn't matter.
But I feel like time is very important in that because you're traveling a distance faster.
That is a chance of hitting anything, asteroid, rock, meteorite, whatever. A single body out there.
I guess it's hard for me to fathom, like, if I'm just going in a straight line in space at the speed of light,
There's only debris around the planet.
is there not a point in time, if it's infinite, that I'm deadlocked right into a planet?
No, that's so unlikely.
Because isn't there an infinite amount of planets
It's
lined
so
up in front of each other in infinite amount of space?
No. There's that much more space. They say space is made out of like 99.9% dead space.
I don't believe that because
It is, dude.
You got to picture, dude. If it's infinite,
Yes.
that means there's an infinite amount of
Planets.
planets that could be in line with each
Also
other.
an infinite amount of space
I know,
between
but
each
it's
planet.
so it's kind of
And
hard
it's
to say.
expanding, right? So the
Yeah.
space between each thing is expanding.
That's true. But
So
then-
it's more space than anything.
But traveling at the speed of light, it's like, how do you? I feel like you have to calculate where you're going.
But dude, think about these planets that are far away. You are traveling at the speed of light for like, what do they say, 50 million light years away?
Yeah,
There's 50 million light years. So you are traveling at the speed of light for 50 million years before you reach that one planet.
that breaks my mind, dude.
50 million
That breaks
years.
my mind. How? So yeah, that is a good question. How do you slow down? Because I feel like
That's why I think it's all in mathematics stage, and we are well before we're going to figure this shit out.
would it take a long period of time to slow down.
That's what I'm thinking. Once you're at that speed, it's like, okay, well, yeah, you can get there in 1.3 seconds, but that's at its top speed.
So like say you cut the collision, the particle collision. Now you're at a constant of the speed you just stopped forever.
How long does it take you to stop?
Well, you don't slow down, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Like by the time you even build up energy, you got to be like, okay, I'm slowing down to get to this Neptune.
Yeah, I feel like once you... Well, as soon as you reach any speed in space, right, you're traveling at that speed infinitely, right? There's no slowing down. You don't just slowly, gradually stop.
Yeah.
So
if you just stopped on the spot, you'd die.
Yeah, so if you're traveling close to the speed of light, you turn off the engines, and then is it just like a slow amount of like reverse thrusters, like just pulsed over like a month?
That's what I think has to be.
A month of just slowing down. I feel like your ship would tear apart if you were to put the smallest bit of force against something that's traveling at light speed.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's only 1 Newton meter, which is like that. That's like 1 Newton meter.
Yeah, right.
Very small amount of force is 1 Newton meter.
That's scary, man.
It's a couple grams of force.
That's scary.
So I think that this media and the stuff around it is all hubbub just to build up hype. It's like, oh my God, we're going to get to the moon in 1 second, man. It's like, no, it's not. There's so many other things behind it. It's like, yeah, at its top speed, you could get there in 1 second, but building up speed to get there and then slowing down and not crashing into the planet that's all numbers and mathematics. It's like they're just saying hubbub numbers to get people on board to be like, buy his stock. It's great. He's going to get us there in a minute.
Yeah, true. And
I feel like so much of it is just, dude, it could be decades away.
Well, with how quick he like gets his stuff rolling, do you think
SpaceX has been around for about 20 years?
Well, do you think he would want to see something completed like that in his lifetime?
He's only just gotten the rockets going now. Don't know, man.
That's pretty quick though, right?
No, but SpaceX has been around for like a long time.
Compared to NASA though. It's incredible.
Yeah, but he works with NASA. And then those guys are doing all the backbone research, and then he goes, well, come work for me a little bit. Yeah. And they tell you, well, this is what we did.
We get things going. We don't wait 30, 40 years to announce that we're going back.
Yep. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of, oh my God, he's so great.
A lot of people hate him, hey?
I'm liking him less and less the more I hear about him. The more crazy I think he is. And the more it's more just about, I just got to make the number. Like, I'm going to ruin someone's life because they talk shit about me. You know, about the submarine he was going to build to get the kids out of the cave.
Yeah. That was definitely a dick measuring contest.
And then he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get him out. And then he tried to fly there and go see, because he's like, you know, generating, I'm going to save these kids. And all the guys said that, get the fuck out. You don't know what you're doing. We need the professionals in here. And the people that told him that, he went and hired private investigators and said, I want you to ruin this guy's life. Wow. They have email documents saying you need to find something.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's some shit moves. Imagine what we don't know.
But then, like, I guess it's hard because then, like, who else in our lifetime is actually making big advancements for us to progress for the regular folk? You know?
I don't know, man. But this guy, like, should be done for, like, what's it called when you're, like, manipulating the market to benefit your own stock?
Yeah. Especially with
Twitter. He just
cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
just says something on Twitter and crashes a stock, and then he's like, "Oh, I sold it all before I crashed, so now I'm gonna just buy it back." You know, he does dodgy shit like that. There's a point where the kind of FCC or something have to go, nah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's FCC. I don't know what the regulatory bodies are in America, but they need to get their shit together, because you can't just be like manipulating stock markets with one tweet.
Yeah.
So it's dodgy, because you'd be like, hey guys, sell all your stock now. I'm going to crash it. Buy back in the next day. How can you do that?
It's Dogecoiny.
Dogecoiny.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to buy some more helium, I think. Helium coin.
Is that going
It's all
well?
crashed. No, it's all crashed. But we still got lots of coin.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm
Stay true.
Stay
strong.
Hold
on. I don't think you've told the listeners that you're in the cryptocurrency
I'm
game.
in some cryptos, boys. But
I've got a few billion in crypto, nothing much.
Yeah, there's a couple of billion. I'm going to buy some more now while it's crashing. I'm going to wait a little bit more, and I think I'm going to buy in.
Yep. Buy now.
I will buy definitely some because it's worth almost nothing now. And then I know it's going to be, at least I know at its theoretical value, it'll be worth 20 times what it is now. So
Daniel has this whole setup at home. He's got like the little Wall Street little banners going across like coffee prices and like price of butter and
when
shit.
I'm not on this podcast, you should see me.
Dude,
buy, sell, motherfucker.
He's just yelling.
Sell.
He's on a fat mobile cellular phone just telling people to buy and dump.
I got a Bluetooth headset on one side. I got
Yeah.
a big, fat, chunky, cordless phone on the other.
Yeah.
And I got like mad hairy forearms and I'm bald.
Yeah.
And I'm in a suit and I'm going, sell it.
And you're just fistfuls of pills for your angina. Yeah.
That's what I do.
Your heart's like on the precipice of exploding in your chest and you're just shoveling medication to keep going.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Ah!
Your blood's like rushed to the surface of your skin. You're like, buy now, sell this, dump it, you piece of shit. And apparently,
dump it.
apparently he goes through several employees a week. Like he just like hires them and they don't do a good enough job. They make one mistake.
I am the Wall Street king.
Wow, dude.
I'll teach you my ways.
It's scary, man. It's scary to work with him. I get a bit scared. But you know, I make his coffee every day and he keeps me in the job. And I get a minimum paid job at the end of it.
Yeah.
And he gets all the profits.
And I'm just going, why you want all these benefits? You get nothing. I need my billions.
Just constantly sweating all the time. Do those people sleep, you reckon, really well?
No.
What a stressful life.
Probably just drive
They just
down
die.
in their mind.
They just
and
die
have
young.
a heart attack at 46.
They just live fast, die young. Wow. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that, please.
Thanks, listeners. Don't do drugs, kids.
Listeners, thank you for watching. Don't do drugs. Don't go to work in Wall Street because, you know, we want you to live a long life. And if you can, you know, try and develop some particle accelerators or something like that. Or, you know, develop a little Chungus 2 action.
Yep.
Chungus 3.
Yep.
Make it happen.
For sure. We love you guys and always thanks for tuning in. And we had a wonderful time.
We did.
This episode.
Hope you did too. And we'll see you next week.
See you. Bye, guys.
Bye.